Tell Dwayne a little to his left. Just roll around a little bit.
Touch to your left, Dwayne.
There you go.
Okay, here we go.
Go. Close door one. Go. Find that infinity. Find the infinity. Cut!
Chad and Keanu, they have a special bond. They've been together for longer than I've actually been in the business. They have a fun relationship, you know, they get to joke around. They're training with each other and one's teaching the other and so on and so forth. But now you have your stunt double kind of like, you know, directing you, which is not, I don't know if I've ever heard about that ever.
Yeah, you open this one.
Yeah. And
That'll be our end.
You see that kind of trust and that sort of brotherhood that they have and have had for so long. And they're so much alike in so many ways. It's fun. It's fun for me to watch them.
But do the roll, draw, look, and go.
Okay.
Chad's creating something that the world hasn't quite seen yet.
Keanu does some of the most amazing stunts for an actor. Like, they are a great tandem with great vision. They discuss everything every day.
To watch them work together, you know, Chad and Keanu it's not even work anymore. We all know each other so well, so it's a lot of fun.
I was working on NYPD Blues, and I got a call saying, hey, you might make a good double for Keanu Reeves. You should go to this audition for this sci-fi movie. I got hit by a car like at 6 in the morning, and then tried to make it to the auditions by 11.
Of course you did.
Yeah, and I showed up in jeans and a t-shirt, and that's where I walked into this big warehouse in Burbank. And I think you were doing the dojo fight rehearsing. I'm 90% sure it's the dojo fight with Chu. Chu, one of the Chinese choreographers. Keanu just going off on this huge kung fu piece of choreography. I'm like, oh, I guess I've come to the right place. It was like we were kind of like creeping out, just peeking at you from.
What's that guy doing?
Yeah, like, oh, hey, that's the guy from Bill and Ted's.
Right.
And then I met Yung Woo Ping and his guys. I met Keanu really briefly, and then I met the Wachowskis. And then I got put through, I did 45-minute hour auditions on the first Matrix. So.
Yeah. I mean, I'd only done 2 action films before The Matrix, so I was used to doing training, you know, some fight training and some weapons training. But certainly the idea of like, here's, you know, 3 months and learn movie kung fu and throws and choreography and wire work. You know,
hard to fake the splits.
Yeah, you can't, those side kicks and...
The American, all the wire work we had done, I'd done like the flips in the wire and some of the routes, but the actual kung fu wire work was so rare in mainstream stunt work in America that we're on the same learning curve on that. So he'd give me pointers and stuff like that too, because he'd been doing it much longer at that point. I just remember I just walked in, I was sitting in the lobby of my hotel in Sydney, and he just came shuffling in, and he just kind of looked at me like, hey. I'm like, hey, you just put down this bottle of wine on the counter. They're like, good job. And he walked away. I'm like, oh, I got a bottle of wine. It was great. So I still have it.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah. So that's kind of how, we got initiated. A bottle of Penfolds and a week of Kung Fu in the dojo sequence.
Yeah.
Boom, he goes down. It's like, oh shit, this guy peels.
After the first Matrix, they allowed me to be one of the stunt coordinators, and actually gave me a camera a couple times, so they started the filmmaking process, which led into a fantastic second unit action directing career.
When you started, 8711 action design, was that born right out of Revolutions?
It was right after Revolutions, yeah. It was like within the year after Revolutions.
Chad and Dave and 8711 were definitely an advancement and an evolution of storytelling and where action is in storytelling. Kind of coming in with the wire technologies and different cameras. That idea of action and story was really a strong part of what 8711 helped to make modern, and you've seen that the studios and producers have said, yeah, we need those guys. Chad was so literate in terms of action and cinema, storytelling. There's a vast knowledge there. That's part of why when John Wick came to me, I thought that Wick could be something that would be attractive to him. I think we both share a kind of roll up your sleeves and go to work.
Best way to do it.
And it's not
it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen on set. Let's go.
If we're speaking creatively, even early days on Wick, the times that we spent in the office in New York, really just kind of going through story and dialogue casting and everything, and kind of, You sharing your vision.
A lot of Japanese scotch.
Through John Wick Chapter 2, we worked even more, had more involvement creatively in terms of story and text and dialogue and stuff.
Look, everything. Look, feel,
Look,
vibe,
you know.
Yep, even the set pieces.
Chad, you see Toby, right? I see it, yeah. So when I get up, I can throw him a look over. Absolutely.
You know, our taste is pretty aligned, so there's never been any question. It's just like, so what are we gonna do?
I really like just the simple scene of like Gianna. Keanu came up with the original idea. That we were just sitting in 87-Eleven one day, and Keanu I got a pitch for you. He came walking in with excitement. Like, oh, what about this? And he explained the scene. It's in a bathtub. I'm gonna get her, but she's gonna cut her own wrist. I was just like, oh my God, that's genius. And we'll do it like this. And just from that one little speech, how it came out in the movie. So that's my favorite one, to collaborate and really pull off and see how it came out.
Justin!
Yeah, I got it for you.
Go!
Action!
John Wick Chapter 2 is Chad's first film, right? Second film, but I mean, it's the first film that he directed. And so it's the first of that version of him as a director. You can see, like, you know, he's amazing at what he does.
Just right when he says go, just kind of give me that. Damn.
From the artists and the crews and everyone, you know, follows that captain, that visionary. Chad has a definite, you know, practical understanding and creative vision, a really great sense for story and pacing and knowing the audience, and it's cool to be working with someone like that.
You know, very rarely do you find someone with capabilities exceeding limitations. The actor or the cast member becomes the key pin or the keystone to it. Your film methodology is based on that keystone. So if that keystone is only a 5, that's as much as you're gonna get. If your keystone can remember 50 moves in a row, do long takes, remember all his lines and act while he's doing the action sequence. John Wick wouldn't have worked with anybody but. How many directors really have freedom, true creative choice in an action sequence? They're not trying to hide anything. They're not trying to cut around things. They're not trying to hide wires, stunt doubles.
Good cut.
If I have all that, basically my own virtual camera setup, if I have an actor or my keystone that can do everything, and I choose when to cut, so now when I go back and I choose between 4 edits, all 4 edits are great. It's my choice. It's a real choice now.
Cut! Beautiful. Nice.
We knew in the catacombs where we were cutting. It was just the logistics and the physics of the set pieces. I'm not, okay, we'll take it up to here, and then because he drops the gun and he trips over his shoelaces, I have to cut here.
He has to do that sometimes. I would say that there's 2 things going on, the creativity and the problem solving. I think that's what we all inherit from the vision.
And open up to me, so you want to see that boom. Hi-ya! So
It's like, how do we do it? And then what could be cool within that?
We did steal the expression from the Wachowskis, is the best way to fake being good is to just be good.
Working with Chad is fantastic. My side of it's really cool to watch him do his thing, get a chance to do his vision.
that's a wrap on John Wick 2.
And to see people respond to his vision.
He just goes full throttle the whole way. Whatever it is, he embraces it full-heartedly. He comes in with an empty cup and just soaks it all in.
Chad and Keanu, they've been together since the Matrix movies. They've known each other so well, and they've been the same character so many times.
What was that movie? Thumbsucker. Thumbsucker. I did a cool bicycle stunt for. I fell off a bicycle from the Thumbsucker. That was up in Oregon somewhere. I like those little things like that.
So for them to be the same character so many times, they're really building this vision together.
Well done. Well done.
We don't want to work with anybody else.